say, do you mean, and then paraphrase back what they just said to you in a way that you understand, okay? And you don't become your scene partner, you paraphrase through yourself. The whole objective of it is to make it me and you. So do I understand you to mean that you want me to do such and such? You understand what I mean? So that it's very clear that it's personal. Personal. This is the way we find out what the personal information is.
Hi, Procrustes. What'll be for you and your friend here?
Do you mean you are asking what my friend and I are going to order? Hi, Daphne. Great to see you. I'm not sure what I want yet. What do you order first?
Good. Now I think there's something you're missing there.
What is this?
Yeah, I know. What else? Give it to him again. Okay. Give it to him again. And
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Procrustes. What'll be tonight for you?
Do I understand you to mean? Hello, me, and what'll it be? What will it be for myself and my friend? Hi, Daphne. Great to see you. I'm not sure what I want yet. Why don't you order first?
Do you mean I should order first?
okay, he said a lot more than that.
Oh.
Good. Do you see what we found in there? There is something about you knowing him by name. There is something about, and is that part of what you're showing off? That you know this place so well that you're known by name, and that's a great thing, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, so I think that, and so don't read along, again. It's always about not reading along. It's what you hear, and there's no right or wrong. Like if you didn't hear it, if it wasn't conveyed to you, then legitimately you didn't hear it. But I want to know what you heard. What you heard, and this is like pins and needles. This is your big date with this guy. He knows her. Shit, he knows her. Wow. Okay, one more time.
Hi, Procrustes. What'll it be tonight for you and your friend?
Do you mean hi, Procrustes? What'll it be for me and my friend? Hi, Daphne. Great to see you. Well, I don't know what I want yet. Why don't you order first?
You don't know what you want?
Yeah, go right back to the whole exchange.
So, am I just doing it from when
From when I say hi, Daphne, great to see you.
Yeah.
Do you want it again, or do you want to?
One more
You
time.
can do it one more time, man.
All right.
That's awesome.
Hi, Daphne. Great to see you. I'm not sure what I want yet. Why don't you order first?
It's great to see her. You don't know what you want to order yet. I remember that.
It's cool. That's so cool. It's fine. It's because you're just nervous. That's all. It's so fine. Again, I would say there's something in there for you. He knows her name's Daphne. Do I understand you to know her name is Daphne? Oh, you know what I mean? So there's actually more in there to work with than you think. And that you aren't sure what you want to order, so you want me to order first. There's a ton to play in there. There's a ton to play in there. If you say it back to yourself, you give yourself that. Okay, just pick it up right through your mind.
Do I understand that it's great to see her, and you don't know we want to order first, and I should order first? I think I'd like a veggie burger.
Do you mean you'd like a veggie burger? How brave of you to still eat bread after all the bad press it's been getting.
Do I understand that bread has been getting bad press? Okay, not that then. How about a salad?
Do you mean, okay, not that then?
Go.
Do you mean, okay, not that, okay, you're not going to get that then, but instead you're going to order a salad? What, are you on a diet?
Do I understand that you think I'm on a diet?
Do you mean, okay. Do you mean, Well, don't take all night! I'm sure Daphne has lots of other people to wait on. Daphne, I just have my usual.
You should actually answer that. You should actually, do I understand what you mean? Because your reply is going to be writing it down.
Yeah.
But give it to her again.
Okay.
Well, don't take all night. I'm sure Daphne has lots of people to wait on. Daphne, I'll just have my usual.
Do you mean that you'll just have your usual?
Yes, there's more. You said more than that.
Oh, okay.
Give it to her. Give it again.
Well, don't take all night. I'm sure Daphne has lots of other people she wants to wait on. Daphne, I'll just have my usual.
Do you mean that you don't want to sing all night? And are you saying that I have more people to wait on, as well as you just have your usual?
And your reply is to write it down. Okay. You write it down.
Fine then. I'll just have what he's having.
So I would, this is true. I would go, do I understand you to be writing down his order now? He's writing down. Right. Then I'll have what he's on. You see how it's all connected?
Yeah.
It's so connected.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't end up playing in separate worlds. You end up really all three of you are hanging on the same subject, which is super awkward, which is great.
And also just, I don't know, the passage of energy
Yes,
through
Yes.
him. I like that.
yes, exactly. Daphne actually has more of a role in this than we realize otherwise. And just your being put on the spot and having to, I mean, again, it raises the question, did you choose this place because it's your favorite restaurant or because you knew you'd have the upper hand here? Because it's the kind of food you know lots about and, you know, you can show off and he wouldn't know anything and you're going to trap it in a way into not, you know what I mean? Like not maybe in an evil way, but there does seem to be something going on there with your, like, you don't know what you're ordering. What? You can order bread. You know what I mean? That's good. All right, good. Just give your line there, Sisyphus to Daphne. Your last line there.
Do I understand that you're writing down his order? Fine then. I'll just have what he's having.
I would say,
So if I understand, you're gonna have what he's having, and you're gonna have the usual. Yes.
that's right, good girl.
Do I understand your leaving? So, I don't know. Yeah. So, how do you know Daphne and Ariadne? It looked like you were doing a bit more than taking pictures.
Don't read it, give it to him again.
So, how do you know Daphne and Ariadne?
Dionysus.
Dionysus. So, how do you know Dionysus and Ariadne? It looked like you were doing a bit more than taking pictures.
Do I understand that you're asking me how I know Dionysus and Ariadne and you're implying that I might be taking more than pictures? Dionysus and I were roommates for years. We've been friends since grad school and we got a 2-bedroom apartment together to save money. How do you know?
Do I understand you to mean that you and Dionysus have been friends since grad school?
I can do it again.
And you know, you realize with this exercise, it's a two-way street. So if you're not clear, he won't be able to respond. So it's just going a bit fast. Did you feel that? Did you feel it yourself? Awesome. Go again. Yeah.
Dionysus and I were roommates for years. We've been friends since grad school and we got a 2-bedroom apartment together to save money. How do you know?
Do you mean you and Dionysus have been friends? You went to grad school. Our friends. You were roommates. You went to grad school together. You lived together to save money. How do I know him? Oh, Big D and I go way back. I met him in high school, and boy does he know how to party. He's not the brightest bulb. I heard that Ariadne was still with her old boyfriend Theseus when they started dating. And he had no idea. So really, I was mostly just there for the open bar. Anyway, what do you do?
Do I understand
Yeah.
that you and Big D go way back? And that Ariadne was dating Theseus at the time.
Don't read it. Don't read it. Give it to him again.
Oh, Big D and I go way back. I met him in high school, and boy, is he like he's not the brightest bulb. I heard that Ariadne was still with her old boyfriend Theseus when they started dating, and he had no idea. So really, I was mostly just there for the open bar. Anyway, what do you do?
Do I understand that you knew Big D from back in high school? And he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, because when he was dating Ariadne, or when he was first seeing Ariadne, she was still seeing her old boyfriend Theseus. So you're not even really friends with them. You were just there at their wedding for the open bar. Man.
There's one more.
Oh, sorry.
Just give me
What do you do?
Oh, yes. And you're asking me what I do. I'm a photographer. You saw me at the wedding.
Do you mean, what do you do? You're a photographer and I saw you at the wedding. No, I meant what do you do for a living?
Do I understand that you don't think being a photographer is a real living? You don't understand. I'm a professional photographer. That is how I make a living. It's mostly freelance though. Weddings, graduations, family photos, that kind of thing. I'm between projects right now. So I'm just trying to stay on my feet. Some days it's a real uphill battle.
Do you mean, no, you are really a professional photographer. It's how you make a living doing weddings, bar mitzvahs, yada, yada, yada. And, oh shit.
Give it to my guy.
You don't understand. I'm a professional photographer. That is how I make a living. It's mostly freelance though. Weddings, graduations, family photos, that kind of thing. And I'm between projects right now. So I'm just trying to stay on my feet. Some days it's a real uphill battle.
Do you mean, no, I don't understand. You're a professional photographer and but you do a lot of freelancing, weddings, different types of events, but you're going through a hard time now. And you're kind of between jobs, kind of trying to make things work. Well, not everyone can be a real artist. And I can see how it's easier to let a machine make the pictures for you.
Do I understand that you think I'm not a real artist? And that you think I use a camera to do my work for me? Oh yeah. What do you do?
Do you mean, what do I do? I just opened a dance school downtown. It's called the Olympus Conservatory of Dance, OCD for short. It's a small space, really just for one studio, but I live in an apartment above it, so it doubles as an office. I've got Narcissus as my head teacher and choreographer. Great guy. So handsome and full of charisma, and he tells me the most fascinating stories about his years as a dance major at Juilliard before he started teaching. I love him. He reminds me of myself.
Do I understand that you're a small business owner that opened a dance conservatory called the Olympus Conservatory for Dance, which you opened below your apartment, and you're also working with a guy named Narcissus, who's super handsome and great. And he went to Juilliard, and I cheated.
That's so good to do something. Give it to one more.
For the top
Yeah.
there, okay. I just opened a dance school downtown. It's called the Olympus Conservatory of Dance, OCD for short. Small space, really just the one studio, but I live in an apartment above it, so it doubles as an office. I've got Narcissus as my head teacher and choreographer. Great guy, so handsome,
he tells me the most fascinating stories about his years as a dance major at Juilliard before he started teaching. I love him. He reminds me of myself.
Do I understand that you're a small business owner that opened a dance conservatory called the Olympus Conservatory of Dance, and you opened this business below your apartment, which doubles as an office, so you can work from your office, and you're also running it with a dance major named Narcissus, and you really like him because he reminds you of yourself. Oh, yes. Hey, Procrustes, I'm really glad you recommended this place. I didn't even know about it.
Okay, now be careful that that line comes out of the wonderful. Because there is no, as we just learned from this action, there's nothing between. So, hey, Procrustes needs to come out of what's just come before. Does that make sense? It's not a new scene.
Yeah.
It needs to come out of that. Well done. Just start.
Hey, Procrustes, I'm really glad you recommended this place. I didn't even know I liked.
Do you mean, hey, you're really happy with me that I recommended this place that you didn't even know you like? Presumably this kind of stuff. Vivaciously virtuous veggie vermicelli.
Do I understand?
Don't read it. Give it to him again.
Just go for vivaciously virtuous veggie vermicelli.
Do I understand that this restaurant is called Vivaciously Virtuous Veggie
And it's not. So, you didn't understand correctly. So how can you help it with what that means?
It's tricky because the meaning, it's like, almost like a shared line.
It is.
I didn't even know I liked, and then I
That's right.
named the
At
thing.
which we were at that. You were, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the dish. It's the name of the dish, not the rest of it. Can you give it, let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Can I, so,
Yeah.
can I get, I didn't even know I liked vivacious?
Yeah.
And do you mean, or do you want me to?
No.
Okay, go right now.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I liked.
Vivaciously virtuous veggie vermicelli.
Do I understand that this dish that we're eating is Vivaciously Virtuous Veggie Vermicelli? Yeah. Vivaciously Virtuous Veggie Vermicelli. Until you introduced me to it.
Good. You probably have a mouth like it's probably.
Boom.
Yeah.
Vivaciously Virtuous Veggie.
All right, again, what I found, I thank you for bearing with me on that, because it really helped. What we're starting to see is that there's more to Sisyphus. And you're instinctively, once you understand what's being said to you, you're instinctively not playing him as defeated. You feeling that? He's finding his strength, which I think is really important. And the more of that strength we see in him, the better. So that this relationship becomes more balanced.
Yeah, I mean, maybe part of that is also that they're both like genuinely interested in each other.
Yes.
It's not just like,
Yes.
he hasn't been coerced here, he's here because he wants to be here. So there's like, there's
Beautiful.
some, yeah.
But what we're also seeing is that when, for instance, at this point in the relationship, when he cuts you down or criticizes you or deflects, your choices, you deal with it, you receive it, but you recover and come back with a response. That's what we need to see, right? And that's giving you the strength, which is great. Because if you already are completely defeated from the first scene, then there's nowhere to go in the play.
One thing that I noticed that
Yes.
that Sisyphus actually has a line there. Some days it's a real uphill battle.
I know, that's right.
Back to where we were.
Wasn't that great? I know, so great. And I felt that you filled it with that. Like that was, I could hear it. It resonated for us because of that. I mean, these are only the beginnings of little exercises we can do to try to mine the script for everything that's in there. To understand that there's more than we see on the surface, right? So that's really great. Apollo, you left the room, but so I wasn't able to ask the big question, which is what happens to Apollo. So in this scene, there's no stage direction that tells us that he leaves. You just left because you kind of felt like you were not needed anymore.
I think so.
So that is something that, again, in rehearsal, we would have to deal with. Does Apollo stay there, hoping that, Daphne's coming out of vacation sometime? Or does he leave? Because he kind of evaporates. And partly it's because I think it's a bit filmic again. The scene is filmic, so we have the close-up over here, and then the camera swings over here, right? Whereas on stage, we still have Apollo on stage, even if he's in less light. So we just have to figure that out. But that's great. Okay, so many wonderful games we could play with this, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Really great, really great. Big jumps for everybody. So over
Yeah,
to you.
that's it.
Over to you.
Big round of applause. Absolutely, and obviously there's so much more, like I feel like I'm just hit with an avalanche, right? There's so much wonderful information and stuff for us to absorb, but yeah, this is totally terrific.